Hi everyone, I'm Zach and I like movies, and I am here in the dark to recommend a little horror movie for you all, Oddity. Now, before I say anything about this movie, I highly encourage you all to just go see it. Don't look up anything about it. Don't look at the trailer. Don't even look at reviews. Don't look at any synopsis or anything. Just, if it's playing near you, run, don't walk, because this is the horror movie of 2024 as it stands right now. This is a grade A spooker. Loved this movie. So just out of the way praise right there. So what Oddity is a horror movie that came to us through the horror streaming service Shudder, but has a small limited release right now, and comes from Irish director Damien McCarthy. It's a small movie. It is a small movie with a limited cast with maybe like 6 named characters. There's maybe 2.5 locations at most. And this movie really gets what makes something suspenseful, because this is a movie that is absolutely dripping in eerie atmosphere and lengthy, very taut sequences of suspense. It's a movie that really understands that holding a shot can really stretch out the fear. It's the kind of horror movie that it reminded me a little bit of like some like more something a little more gothic, some gothic horror like Robert Wise's The Haunting, where a lot of the suspense is just kind of like noticing something that is just a little off, or feeling that it's off, and you're just sort of sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting for whatever it is to do something, or like for example, this is a movie that absolutely gets a lot of use out of shadows. Just a dark unlit corner of the room, or like I'm staring at my closet door right now, and it's unlit and it's mostly shadow. That is the kind of movie. This is the kind of movie that really understands that just either staring directly at it or just seeing that and not really knowing what is there or if something is there. That's what makes it terrifying, and a lot of that comes from not just this great sense of location in this like really nice this really nice house. It's also just how effective the editing is in this. This is some of the best paced horror scenes I think I've seen, definitely since this year. As much as I praise something like The First Omen for really letting some horror moments really sit in the discomfort and the disquiet of the discomfort, we're seeing this movie really just is all that. You're just sort of sitting and just being, you're sitting, you're scared, and there's no escape. You're scared until it stops trying to scare you anymore, and it won't stop trying to scare you. And it's such a breezy movie. It hardly has a wasted moment to it. The setups and payoffs are very effective. On top, as far as like performances go, they all do their job. I think, though, I would probably give some momentous praise to both Carolyn, Bracken, and Tadhg Murphy, who both really shined in their small little moments here. And there's like, and not to give too much away, but I also really loved the sort of the like more supernatural leaning elements, because it felt like they had like a foot in some folklore roots. It's sort of these like, and the imagery that comes out of these moments is so it's bone chilling. yeah, it's kind of a I gotta like leave the light on at night kind of scares, and it's because of how, and also another thing to really praise this movie for is it has the best jump scares I've seen in I don't know how long. And even when I see them coming, like even if I see the jump scare coming and I'm waiting for it, they're so effectively built up that I don't mind. It really knows when to jump out and shout boo. And it's so, man, they're so satisfying too, and it's such a satisfying horror movie because of that. And yeah, I was just so very, very, very impressed. And it scared me. And I really don't scare easy. I get easy, and I think it's because a lot of the horror movies I see, like, they kind of don't like do what Oddity does. Mostly when they're just like these scenes that are like building up the scare, they're a little quick one and done. But like Oddity, I'm sitting like white knuckling my knees and just like kind of bracing for impact. Like, no, don't look at it. Don't put your fingers there. And it has such an effective sense of terror and of atmosphere. The sound, ooh, it's disquieting, and I kind of heard. It's like I heard the room tone and felt the room tone in my, like, just crawling under my skin, and it's I think it's superb. It's very satisfying with a lot of like where it's gonna go and like what surprises it has in store. And pacing wise, it may take a little bit to get going, but when it's really running, I think it's like really just efficient and gets the ball rolling. And when it gets that ball rolling, that ball is so satisfying when it's coming at you. It feels some of the rhythms feel very reminiscent of like a Mike Flanagan production. So yeah, and yeah, I'll keep any secrets and surprises for you, because I was so impressed and really just so delightfully surprised. I love it when I go to see a movie that I know little to nothing about, and I just come out loving and just being so surprised. It makes kind of reviews like this a little tricky to like describe and give my fuller thoughts on it, since I can't like, show things, and since I really want to keep that surprise for you. But yeah, Oddity I thought was a true little gem. Like I said, it knows how to spook me, and I love being spooked. I love a good atmospheric, very creepy, very when I can sense the shadows. If I'm like scanning the shadows and I am like in utter fear and just complete terror that something is staring back at me and I don't know that's what scares me the most. That is some of my most thrilling scares. And yeah, I was impressed, I was surprised, and this was absolutely great. This was this was some scary shit. I loved it. And again, if it's playing to you, please watch Oddity. It was a delight. It was delightful. I'm feeling a very strong 8 for this. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe. Did you see Oddity? Please see Oddity. And because I don't know how much longer this has in theaters, but yeah, this was absolutely my favorite horror movie of the year so far. And definitely going to be preaching the good word of Oddity. And well, that's my review. I'm Zach. I love movies. I have a lot more movies to watch, and I hope you I hope you watch movies too, because I love movies and you should love them too. And I will see you all later.